the independent review of learning disability and autism in the Mental Health Act.
This review matters for the lives of autistic people and people with learning disability for now and for the future.
The review is about learning disabilities and autism in the Mental Health Act. The Act states that somebody with a mental disorder can be given compulsory treatment, so treatment against their wishes or against their will, if there's a risk to themselves or to other people.
At the moment, mental disorder can mean mental illness. It can also mean learning disability and autism. So that means that people with learning disability and autism can be treated under the Mental Health Act without their consent, even if they don't have a mental illness.
The review will find out whether the Mental Health Act works well for autistic people and people with learning disability. We'll also be looking at experiences that people have of medicine for mental health, psychotropic medication. We'll be looking at the role of psychology, and we'll be looking at people's experiences of the criminal justice system when they have mental ill health as autistic people and people with learning disability. There's also a question about whether autism and learning disability should be part of the definition of mental disorder in the Mental Health Act.
To do this, we're taking a human rights-based approach. This means we're looking at whether the Mental Health Act supports and protects people's human rights.
The review is independent of government and independent of services, so we don't work for anybody. We do the review totally independent so that we can represent the views of people and the evidence that we hear back to the Minister without any requirement for us to look at any particular thing in any particular way.
There are 3 stages in the review. In the first stage, we need to understand people's experiences. How are things just now? In the second stage, we need to work on any issues that come up in the first stage and work with people to try to understand how things might need to change if they do need to change. In the third stage, we'll let everyone know about what we've found and about what we've been thinking about to get people's views on that before we make recommendations to the Minister for Mental Health.
We're about to ask for evidence for stage 1 of the review. There's a video on the website with more information about that.